Welcome. My name is Dr. Vanessa Ewing, and thank you for joining me for ECE 260, the Exceptional Child. I wanted to just give you a very brief overview this week. You will be seeing me most weeks with short video presentations or lectures, as well as your general assignments and at times videos or activities outside of our class time together online as well. I wanted to introduce myself a bit, and then this week I will look forward to hearing from all of you as well. I am a parent of a 7-year-old boy, so he's still in that category of early childhood, although he's getting toward the very end. Typically we're talking about birth to age 8, and he will probably pop into one of the videos because he likes to say hi to my students as well. I started off my career actually as a teenager, and I'm now in my early 40s. And at the very beginning, I worked as a teaching assistant for students with disabilities. And then when I became a teacher in a traditional public school as well, I taught special education for students in kindergarten through 8th grade. Since that time, I've been an administrator, a director, a counselor, and a principal. And in those roles, I have been in charge of what's called MTSS, which is supporting unique learners to make sure that their needs are being met. And I also was coordinator for IEP meetings and 504 meetings and services. Those are things that you're going to learn about this semester. So if the terms are totally unfamiliar to you now in terms of MTSS or 504 or IEP, that's what this class is all about. So by the end, you should be a bit of an expert with some of those things. Currently, I also work with schools, actually kindergarten and sometimes even preschool through 12th grade in Denver Public Schools, and I work with gifted learners, which is another type of exceptionality, and students that are twice exceptional, which would be students that are identified both as gifted and having disabilities. So I look forward to lots of really fruitful discussions with you throughout our time together. I'm going to show you a few of the things that we're going to have happening during our first 2 weeks. A lot of you have probably already had some courses through D2L with Front Range Community College. The sites have been updated, so they look a little bit different now, but it's still the same general format. So I'm going to show you a couple of things of what are due this semester. I can tell you by the 3rd, by June 3rd, you should have your first discussions done and your first assignment paper done. But by the 4th, if you haven't logged in and done anything online with our discussions or our assignments, you will be dropped from the course. So be sure to jump in early and often and stay connected to us. If you need to contact me, you can email me through our online course through D2L or also through Front Range Community College. You can, last but not least, feel free if it's taking a little while or anything like that and you want a more immediate answer, you are welcome to text me. It's not a big deal. Or call me. My cell phone number, which is how you can reach me, is 720-296-6924. Obviously, if I'm not asleep or busy at work, I'll respond right away. Otherwise, I'll respond quickly still. But first things first, if you email me online in our course or through our general email at Front Range Community College, which would be vanessa.ewing at frontrange.edu, I will be getting back to you within 48 hours or less. The only time that I try to stay offline, and I encourage you to also, is to find 2 days for your break. So Friday, say around dinner time, until Sunday around dinner time, I do try to give myself time to just be a parent and refresh and rejuvenate for the next week. And then by Sunday evenings, I'm back in again at some point. So, that would be the only time that it could take slightly longer, and you are, again, welcome to text me if you run into a real snag. So let's look at our course for just one moment. And here we can see right at the beginning, this is what our course looks like. There is more information on beyond our first weeks as well, but always stay within our week, or possibly you can peek ahead by 1 week, but know that there are things that are still being updated if you're looking many weeks ahead. So this is what the initial front page looks like. I've got an announcement and a welcome here. Here's a picture of myself, this is my son Thomas, and my dog Bowser. And then when you go to course materials, you just click on content. And it's waking up here. There you go. So you've got more information on me. Here's module 1 and here's module 2. You're just going to stay in module 1 through the 3rd. Please stay on the current module to get the most direct information. And you can see there's a bunch also under Getting Started. Getting Started is what it sounds like. I've got the syllabus. Main things you're going to be looking for this first week is the syllabus and then the first 2 weeks checklist. So read those 2 over, and then I'm going to tell you what to do for those. So now we're looking at the first 2 weeks checklist. I just want to make sure you knew what we have coming up. We've got the first thing, which is watching a video in our first week, and then writing a reflection as well as your goals for this course. What are you hoping to get out of this course? I'm sure many of you need it possibly for your director certification or for the degrees or the plans that you're working on, but in general, what things are you hoping to learn or get out of the course? And then the differentiated lesson plan. Those are going to be found in, as far as the information on those are going to be found in our first week's assignments and activities. So just go in there. And we know in our first week you'll have our first discussion, which is the kind of traditional getting to know you and introductions to yourself and your own background. We've got information in module 2 about preparing for either observing an inclusive classroom or writing a paper about what an inclusive classroom would look like. And then we also have universal design for an environment, what a good classroom for all learners would look like in terms of the way it's structured in the environment. Those are things that you can read within week 2. So when you're looking at week 1, you have your discussion, and you have a reflection of a video, and you have a differentiated lesson plan. All the information for those things are in week 1. So again, if I go back to table of contents, and the computer's acting a little slow here. My son just walked in the room, so I might have him wave hello for a moment. You'll go back into module 1 to read the assignments. Call me if you have any questions. And this is Thomas. Do you want to say hi for a second?
Hello.
What are some of the things? These are students that are going to be working with me this summer. Can you tell them 2 or 3 things about you?
About
what are some of your interests?
Well, when I grow up, I want to be a teacher.
That's a good one. And how about one thing you like at school?
I really like math.
Awesome. Can you say goodbye for now, and they'll see you
Bye.
again later? So again, I look forward to working with you this semester. Call me if you have any questions, but this first week you can read ahead on your chapters if you'd like, but you don't have any chapter readings. It's really watching the video, doing those first assignments. You've got the discussion, you've got the short paper, and you've got a differentiated lesson. Differentiation means if you're writing a lesson plan, what are you going to do for learners that need some extra support or help, as well as learners that might be ahead. They might be gifted or just advanced in some way. So how can you differentiate or individualize a lesson plan for them? I'll have more information for you on that within Module 1, and you can click on that and email me if you have any questions. Again, welcome, and I look forward to working with you. Bye-bye.